Hi.
Hi. Welcome back.
Welcome back after a month. Life's been a little crazy.
um yeah, no, I think it's been a month.
Yeah, just about. I actually got yelled at by my sister just a couple days ago because she was like, "Hey, it's been a month." I was like, "Don't talk to me. You know life's been crazy."
Well, I feel like every single time that like we've planned a night to like do this, it's somehow gotten changed.
Yep.
Like we would have a perfect night set and then like either like day of it's like, oh, change of plans. Like we gotta go do something else.
Right. Like, yeah, it's usually like we make the plans for a set day to do the pod, and then the day comes and we're like, ugh, look at your roots. We gotta do your hair today. Or we make plans to do the pod and then something really crazy and spontaneous happens, which we'll get into when we update you guys on all of the super fun things that have happened.
On our fun news.
Yeah.
Because we have a good handful this time.
Yeah, it's a good chunk. It probably could be a whole episode if we're being really honest, but we had to cut some things out.
For sure.
But I'm Leona.
I'm Maddie.
And we are
your Metal Aunties.
So the news starting at the top of it is not news. It's a month old.
Yeah, it was news when we were planning the episode, because I think didn't this come out like the week of we were planning on filming it. So my girls, I always talk about them, The Warning, they're coming out with an album. I think, didn't I tell you June? I think I told you June that they're coming out with the album.
That sounds right.
But they have 2 new songs. One is, I have to look it up, I'm so sorry.
Don't they have a fully Spanish song?
Yes. One I know is Hell You Call a Dream. So good. So amazing. Obsessed. The other one is I have not taken Spanish in so long.
I knew this was going to be an issue.
No, because
reading this, I was like, this is going to be a moment where neither of us can pronounce it, and it's going to be a joke.
Here's the thing when it comes to me in Spanish. I can perfectly say things in my head, but it's just from the head coming out of the mouth. Translation gets lost.
Doesn't happen.
The tongue gets twisted. Things don't communicate right. So we'll attempt. ¿Qué más quieres?
That was a lot better than I could have done. I didn't take Spanish though, so like props to you. I would have butchered that.
I would hope that like 5 years of Spanish something would have.
Jesus.
Yeah. Look at me.
She's accelerated. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, those are their 2 new songs. Check them out. Their new album is called Keep Me Fed.
I like that.
And I've even told you this. I'm obsessed with the album art.
Isn't it like their rendition of The Last Supper or something like that?
Yes, it's like just like that. You have like, there's a. Sorry.
Quick breaks pass away.
There's a table, like the long big dinner table. You have, I believe Paulina is in the middle. She's standing like on the table. Then you have, why am I blanking out on their names?
Alejandro, isn't it? Or something like that?
Yes, you have her. She's on one side. And then you have, oh my God, what's her name? I feel so stupid. I know her name. I know her name. Oh, what is your name? What is your name? I know your fucking name.
Don't mind my computer.
It's gonna come to me. What's the name?
Isn't it like Alex or Alejandra? Something like that?
That's the bassist. Paulina is the drummist.
Drummer. She's the drummiest.
Drummiest drummer. What the fuck is the blondie's name? I want to come up with this by myself, but I can't.
Shit. Y'all are just gonna have Danny.
Danny!
I was gonna say, you guys are simply just gonna have to deal with this pause while we try to figure this out. Yeah, Danny.
But yeah, you have... Oh my god, forgot her name. Again.
Danny?
No.
Paulina?
No.
Alejandra?
Her. You have her on the side, on the left side, spilling some champagne, and then you have Danny eating some food, and then Miss Paulina about to smash something on the table. It's amazing. I've been obsessed. I'm always obsessed. And
she's our number one fan.
if you're listening, guys. But yeah, and I'm also mainly very excited because a lot of times when you're coming out with a new album, there's gonna be a tour.
Yeah.
So there better be a tour. So yeah, definitely check out their songs. I'm hoping they will release more between now and June.
Right, I'm sure they will. Usually the people drop a couple singles before they do a whole album release.
Yeah. So I'm hoping maybe like 1 or 2 more singles. And then the release. But yeah.
Dope. Well, we were supposed to have some news of shows kind of in the same, it's not really news now, but it was news. We have a Virtues tour with Dead by April postponed until September.
So far away.
I can accept it. I can accept it because, like, clearly there's things already scheduled. Like, they have other tours scheduled.
Right.
That you can't just, like, throw away because you have to reschedule something.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. It's just, like, damn.
We were looking forward to the show for so fucking long. And it was like, it's very unfortunate, and like obviously like we hope everybody's okay, but it was just like, it was last minute. Mm-hmm. It was literally like a couple days before we were supposed to go see them, and they were just like, oh, sorry guys,
we're ill. In other news though, that same day, so the day that the show was supposed to happen,
mm-hmm.
the craziest stuff. So
our plan though, so the concert got canceled, the show, for A Virtue, and then we were like, okay, perfect, we both have the night off, we'll film the pod.
So like there's reasons to blame why this is late, and this is one of them.
Yes. What news did we wake up that morning to?
So I'm on FaceTime with Maddie, and we're just talking about life and like stuff that's going on, and this was what, Monday?
It was on the 11th.
The 11th.
Mhm.
And so we're just sitting there on FaceTime, and I get like a little message, Facebook Messenger message from Upheaval Festival, and they're like, "Congrats! You've won tickets to go see Avenged Sevenfold tonight." Tonight in Grand Rapids. I live 2.5 hours away from Grand Rapids.
It was already like 11 o'clock noon.
Yeah, it was noon, if not later, like
Yeah.
12:30, almost noon 30. But like late enough that it was slightly concerning. So fortunately we were already on the phone. All I had to do was tell her, like, I need you to get your shit and get over here immediately because we have to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, crazy whirlwind. Like, they had posted the contest, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks prior, and we're like, for shits and giggles, because I think they did it on Facebook and also on Instagram, I believe.
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what, shits and giggles, we'll enter into the contest. They're probably not gonna pick us because last time they did a contest, they chose me.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, lo and behold, surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, and so we didn't forget about it, but we were like, oh, you know, if they had picked a winner, I'm sure they would have told them by now.
Yeah, it would have been chosen by now and not day of.
We're not bitching because fortunately we each already had the day off and we were able to swing it, but we legit was like, the panic that just went through our entire bodies.
Yeah, girls were stressed.
The moment I saw that message, I was like, oh my God. Like, my entire day has been uprooted. And I even texted them that, and I said, like, wow, what a change of plans for the day. And they were like, well, you know, we're hoping it's good. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's good. So Maddie swings over to my house as quickly as she could possibly do. We get ready. We hike it up to Grand Rapids as quickly as we could. And it was a kick-ass night.
Oh, it was amazing. We made it just in time for their opener, Poppy.
Bro.
Oh, my God. Girl crush?
I feel like underrated.
Very underrated.
We're talking about her more in the scene now that she has a song with Bad Omens.
Yeah.
I had no idea that she was out here doing this until she came out with her song with Bad Omens.
Yeah, no, I didn't either.
So,
but
I
just like
knew her from Pop.
Well, and personally, I didn't even know her. Like, I knew her when I believe when like TikTok was like becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And no, it was even before TikTok. She was she was on YouTube and also on Instagram because everyone was like, is Poppy real? Is Poppy fake? Is she AI? Like, is she a real person? That's where I knew her from. And then I kind of was just like, once it came out that she is a genuine person and that's just how she acts, then it was just like dead silence.
Right.
Never heard from her again. Didn't even know she made music.
Yeah.
And then fucking we go to Avenged Sevenfold, and well, obviously we've heard of her because of her song with Bad Omens. But just like even her other songs too
were so good.
Amazing.
I'm pretty sure she does a cover of Kitty's song Spit. I would have to look at the lyrics to see if it actually is a cover, if they just both have a song called Spit. But it sounded, I only caught parts of it, but it sounded like Kitty's song. And they're like legends in the game, you know what I mean? It's just a really kick-ass all-female metal band. So to kind of see like a new generation of metal cover, like a good, I don't want to say pioneer, but a big name in metal and a big name for women in metal.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's so fucking cool to see. That is so cool.
Definitely. And like, I love Poppy's way of doing metal. She had a lot of like techno with it, and it was a new sound. And like, when I'm sitting there thinking of techno, I'm like, that's not something I would want to listen to.
Right,
and
same. But
then like actually being able to experience it in person for the first time it's like, holy shit.
Mixed with something that we love, like
Yeah.
metal. Like it just really does create like a really, really crazy experience.
And like also Poppy's little skinny body and her screams.
Yeah, little itty bitty girl.
She really was that metal is girly pop.
She had a lot of grown ass men whipping that head.
Yeah. We wanted to be in the pit so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. It looks so much fun in there.
Maybe someday.
Someday. So yeah, we got surprised with tickets to Avenged Sevenfold. This isn't exactly metal or rock, but you know, it's live music, and we love live music.
It's news in the world of
Yeah.
Leona and Maddie.
Yeah. So y'all bitches should care.
Yeah.
I got to go see Olivia Rodrigo and Chapel Rowan with my bestie, Jared, who probably isn't listening. R.A.P. Such an amazing concert.
I shamelessly love Olivia Rodrigo. Like that is the one. Her and Lady Gaga, those are the people that I immediately turn into like a 16-year-old little girl screaming at the top of my lungs. Like, man, those, if you're gonna play pop around me, it's gotta be either Olivia or Lady Gaga. Like, that's it.
Right. Yeah, no, I was so excited for it. Jared and I we've had these tickets for like 6 months. So it's like we were just waiting for the day. And I did not know that Chapel Rowan was going to be her opener until like, I think a month ago.
She's really good.
So I was so excited for that. Something funny that happened. I don't think I told you about this. When Chapel Rowan was up on stage, and Jared had stepped away to go use the restroom, and she starts singing Red Wine Supernova.
Oh.
And he comes back and he goes, the biggest sigh I had let out when I got to the top of the stairs.
I'd have been so mad.
Like, I would have just stayed up there. I would have stayed at those stairs for that whole song. But he missed it.
That happened during, so Stefan and I, my fiance, we had went to go see Deftones. Dog, the best fucking show, if I could remember it. And when I tell you, like, it wasn't alcohol. I had one beer. It wasn't drugs. I hadn't consumed anything. But I, like, for some reason, don't remember the show. I will tell you the song that I was most excited to hear live was 7 Words. And we're like there the whole time, like, damn, like they're really not gonna play it. I didn't think that they were gonna play it.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that they would. We are walking to the car in the parking lot, and I hear that shit playing.
That's heartbreaking.
And I just look at him and I'm like, no, oh my God. Like, are you fucking kidding me? The one time, well, we decided we leave early pretty much every show just to beat traffic.
Right, yeah.
But that was like the one time where I almost didn't. I'm so pissed.
That happened to Alexis and I when we went to go see Disturbed. We almost left early. And we almost missed.
Wasn't it Sound of Silence?
Nope, he did play Sound of Silence when we were there.
Or Down with the Sickness.
Yeah, it was that one. We almost missed that. And Alexis, she kept saying, she's like, do you want to leave early? Do you want to leave early to beat traffic? And I was like, yeah, but we need this song, Alexis.
You know that they're gonna play it.
And like, I kept telling her, I'm like, he can not play it.
Right.
Like, that's insane to me to not play. Like, that's such a well-known song by you guys.
Right.
Like, why would you not play it? And she's like, they're done. And I said, there's a thing called an encore. We're staying for the fucking encore.
Yeah.
And it was worth it. Even though I yelled at so many people in that parking garage, it was fucking worth it.
Right, but like, would you rather have missed it?
Hell no.
Yeah, that's my logic.
So yeah. Stay for the songs. They'll play it.
Oh yeah. You'll regret it if you don't.
Yeah. So yeah. Olivia Rodrigo, Chappell Rowan. So good. The choreography. I don't know who her choreographer is for this tour.
They put their whole ussy into it.
They put their whole motherfucking ussy into it. God damn. Specifically, I don't know if you've seen videos on this, but her song Love is Embarrassing. That's already like a fun, upbeat song to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
One to like really get the blood pumping, like your feet moving, ready to dance. But like the choreography for that, oh my god, you're sitting there. Like I watched it prior, like on TikTok. It just kept popping up on my feed. I watched it and it made me a lot more excited. And it's just like you're watching the dancers and watching Olivia and you just like you can't help it but move. Right. And it's just so much fun. And I sit there and I like lives rent free in my head. I love that song so much. And it's amazing.
I love those moments.
Right? And also fucking props to Chappell Rowan's lungs for being able to jump around the fucking stage.
She does that little running in place thing, doesn't she? Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you do that?
She's impressive.
Very fucking impressive. And like her voice, like you can't even tell that she's like her voice isn't shaky at all. Like it's so like it's still very like strong.
Yeah.
Oh, so impressive.
That takes like months of training and like getting into shape to do that shit.
And like same thing with Olivia because she had a lot of moments where she was like running.
Yeah.
She had like a couple moments where she was on the floor right in front of the pit. Mm-hmm. And she would run right back up on stage and it's like if you weren't watching the screen you wouldn't even be able to tell that she was running.
My god. Yeah. That's impressive. I would die.
Same. I was dying just watching it. I was like, how?
I'd literally die.
So yeah. And then our last thing on our news.
It's corn.
Our other boys, the boys that really brought us together.
Our dads.
They're going on tour.
And you know what's so funny is we just talked about this. We just fucking talked about this in an episode. When I say just, I mean it was in one of our previous episodes where you were so pissed that they had released European tour dates. Mm-hmm. And I said, just hold on because we just started 2024. Maybe they'll do something in the fall.
Let me holler, doing something in the fall.
For the record, go back and listen. I don't even know what episode it is, but I was right.
Thanks, Auntie Leona.
Yeah. So yeah, for all of our Michigan people, they're stopping at Pine Knob, which is the best of the best of the best. And we'll see you guys there, ?
Yeah, y'all better fucking be there. Why would you not be there?
Catch your aunties there.
Catch your fucking auntie. Hopefully by then we'll have a little bit of merch.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. We're kind of working on a couple things for you guys, whoever this is. Hannah and maybe someone off the Instagram that's listening. But yeah, we're kind of working on some things, stickers.
Just something a little cutesy and spread the word when we're cutesy bootsies. So yeah, that's our news.
Yeah, so keep your eye out.
Yeah.
This episode, I almost said this week. I'm gonna stop saying this week because I feel like when I do, I jinx myself, and we don't record for 2 months. This episode, we're doing another album review.
But it's not what we told you guys it was gonna be.
We lied. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
It's okay though, because
It's still a really good album.
yeah.
And I don't think y'all would be disappointed.
And equally as relevant, I would say.
Yeah.
If not more relevant in the current metal community.
Yeah.
Maybe not in our lives as relevant. But yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Do you want to tell them what we're doing?
We are doing an album review on Sleep Token's Take Me Back to Eden.
Yay! I would love to tell you that I'm coming into this with an unbiased opinion. This album is easily wow. I'm so emotional about my thoughts. I can't even get the words out. Easily one of, if not my top album of 23.
Mm-hmm.
And probably is gonna stay pretty close to the top throughout 24. Big fan of what these guys are doing. We are gonna do this one a little bit differently though, just to kind of get it fresh in our brain. Instead of writing down all of our notes for each song, we're actually gonna like listen to a song off record. We're gonna pause
Off the air.
yeah, listen to a song and then come back and kind of give our feedback. We still don't really know how playing songs on the podcast works copyright wise, so we'll work on that.
Yeah.
But for now,
That's just how it's gonna be. So we will see y'all in literally 2 seconds.
yeah,
But for us, it's gonna be 5 minutes.
we'll be back.
Hang tight.
Goodbye.
Yeah, and it's a really good start to the
Yeah.
album.
It's easily one of my favorites
Same.
on the album, and I've talked about like there's a much deeper story to the entire album than it is just at face level. There's a very, very deep religious there's no other really word to describe it other than just a deep religious vibe throughout the entire album. And there's a lyric that repeats itself in this song a couple times that reminds me like so deep of worship, which is like one of the big things that they sell themselves on as bands, or as this band. They tell their people, when you come to our shows, you worship. And the line, even if it hurts me, even if I can't sleep, or it might be that, or it might be reversed, show me the way, is like so reminiscent of like just like a blind believer, like coming in and just saying, I don't care if it hurts me, I don't care what I have to give, just show me.
I don't care what happens to me, like show me the way, show me the path.
Yeah. And that just like sets this fucking kick-ass tone for the whole
the
album.
rest of the album,
because we see it play over again and again.
Yeah, no, there's a really like beautiful story that this album tells.
Yeah.
And Chokehold is just an amazing like first chapter of it, an amazing like first look into it.
Yeah, especially for being the first track. Like you're walking into this track as like a desperate believer just needing to be shown the way, and it's the first track of the song.
Yeah, and like
or album, sorry.
Yeah, and I think like it definitely it gives you just enough taste of the album where you're like, I need more.
You know what you're signing up for.
Yeah. And I need more. I'm obsessed. Like, give me more. So, yeah. Such a great beginning of the whole album.
Yeah.
The vocals on this. Ugh. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Could listen to it all day long.
Ugh.
So good. So good.
Well, the second track that we have on this album is The Summoning, which is easily their biggest song.
I was just gonna say, I
popularity-wise.
think between that one and I want to say maybe Ascensionism, I feel like that one is also pretty popular.
Yeah.
Um,
The Summoning is kind of what blew them up on TikTok.
Yeah.
It went trending, as things do. And I'm not hating because it worked out really well in their favor, but we're going to go ahead and take a listen to The Summoning, and then we will be back. You guys.
BRB.
Bye. Hi, guys.
Welcome back.
So we just went and listened to The Summoning.
The Summoning. So this song is known for
You can just say it. Being real slutty.
wasn't gonna go there.
Oh.
But
It's my intention.
well, yes, it is known for that, but it's also known for, like, I don't know what that part of the I don't know technical terms of the songs,
Same.
but like that break in the song.
The little jazz bit.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Anywhere else in the song, I would classify that as a bridge. Does it count as a bridge if it's at the end of the song? Isn't there usually something that backs the bridge?
Well, so I think the bridges are usually more towards the end of the songs, but it's like you have like the beginning of the song, you have your chorus, you have the second half of the song, and then you have the bridge, and then you have the outro, which is like
Usually like a last chorus or whatever.
yeah, it's some different like variation of the chorus.
right.
So the bridge part is what was trying to think of, is like what was floating around TikTok, which, as it should,
Right.
it should be known everywhere.
Baby making metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My thoughts, at the beginning, there's a part where it says, where they go, I want to see the other side. And then there's like, it's kind of like, it's subtle, but it's not. It's just quieter than like any other scream that you would hear in a normal metal song.
Right.
It kind of sounds like it's in the background more. But there's a scream, and then there's like this drum break, and it just like, it tickles the brain just right.
Well, here's the thing. There, if I remember correctly, and don't take this as gospel because I have not confirmed this. From my understanding, Vessel, the lead singer, is not the one that does 95% of the screams. That it's actually one of the guitarists or bassist.
Period.
Which would make sense that it would be quieter because
Right.
their vocals would be quieter in the mix.
Yeah. Even if it is someone in the background,
Just
love them.
Gets right
We
on
hear
in
you.
there.
Yeah,
In
we
those
hear you.
Deep brain crevices.
Yes, it does.
We talk about this all the time. It's reminiscent of Y'all Want a Single. It's reminiscent of Omen. You know what I mean? Like that trend just kind of follows through where artists will just throw in this little sprinkle of a scream that you're like, oh, I didn't know that I had an itch there. But it's gone.
Yep.
now.
You're
Yeah.
like, wow. But yeah, definitely a real slutty song.
Yeah. I love it though.
Yeah,
Definitely a good one.
definitely.
So, we're going to go listen to the third track on the album, which is Granite. And we'll be back.
Yeah.
Bye.
We're back.
I just started.
Oh.
Sorry, we keep like pausing and playing, and it's funny because we have to like time it out. We're like 1, 2.
So, Granite,
Granite.
I'm going to bring up Poppy again just because we were talking about techno and metal. This is a metal techno song. I'm here for it.
It's it gives like every time I listen to this song, the only thing that plays in my head is the video of Napoleon Dynamite dancing, because that's just like the vibes. And this song really like wasn't on my favorites list when I first listened to it, but it's slowly starting to get up there, and I think it's just like his lyricism is so fucking good. And regardless of whether you like the instrumentals or anything that they're doing musically, you're gonna like the lyrics.
Yeah, as long as like you sit down and you like genuinely like pay close attention to the lyrics, and you just like you really let it sit there and soak in, like you'll understand, you'll get the vibe, like literally what you said, whether you like the instrumental part of it, like ignore that,
you'll like the whole song eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you just gotta let it grow on you. But I love the techno part of it, especially the beginning. I love the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And it's just, to me, it's just such like a vibey song, and it's such a good one.
Yeah, it's easily their most like, oh fuck, I can't even say the most vibey, because to me like Ascensionism is definitely the most like, that song just fucking gets me going, but we'll get there. Yeah, I like Granite. It's definitely like on par. It feels like Ascensionism's little brother.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So those are my thoughts. Do you have any more thoughts to share on Granite?
No. Only thoughts I got is techno.
Yeah. So we're gonna go listen to Aqua Regia. This is number 4 on the album, and we will be right back. Okay.
Glad you said something this time.
So I don't like this song at all.
Not a fave. Not
even on one that it's not even one that I would listen to. And I hate saying that because I love this album so much. But I have such a strong dislike for this song.
I don't know.
You had some interesting notes on it.
So I went the literal route. I wanted to know what Aqua Regia was. And like kind of figure out the lyrics and like the story behind everything. And it's,
oh Lord.
Okay, we're good. We're getting over a cold, so bear with me, bitches. Aqua Regia is a corrosive acid, and it's mainly used to dissolve gold and platinum. TBH is as far as I got.
So like it's a cool theme, a very, very cool idea, and like if I had never listened to the song and I just knew that information, I'd be like, that's so fucking cool, and that goes along so well with the rest of the album.
Right.
And then you listen to the song, you're like, what? Where did we get lost?
Yeah. Yeah, and like I had found this, I've actually found a few websites that had done, you know, album review and whatnot.
Right.
And like the one thing that I kept finding was that like Aqua Regia was just one that they also just didn't have a whole bunch of things to say. Like,
right.
So I think this is just one of their not as strong songs on the album.
They just had to put it on there.
Yeah. But like, oddly enough, it still kind of flows with the album. Like, even though it's not like a too good of a song, it's still like the puzzle piece still fits.
It still works, unfortunately.
So yeah, that is Aqua
Yeah,
Regia.
those are all the thoughts I have for it.
Our fifth song,
Yes.
right, is Vor. So we will be right back.
We will be back. Hi. No.
You
Anyways.
gotta warn a girl. Come on.
Sorry. We just listened to Vor.
Vor's another one of those where there's not very much to say about it.
So the only notes that I have, it's definitely the heaviest track on the entire album. As far as like instrumentals and vocals, they kind of have this theme where they do like really heavy vocals and then soft instruments, or heavy instruments and soft vocals, and this is kind of the only one where I feel like they do a good mix.
Yeah, no, definitely. The drumming throughout the whole song is what like kind of catches your eye most.
Yeah, the drummer, I think it's 2. I think he goes by 2.
I'm glad you know the names.
It's not really a name.
Kind of name. That's what he goes by.
He is the only one that's done an interview out of the entire band.
Period.
And he did an interview with Drumeo, and he did like a whole live playthrough of a few different songs, but he did Vor, and it was like fucking crazy to watch. Him do the whole track. But yeah, those are my thoughts. That's all I've got for Vor.
Yeah, same.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and listen to Ascensionism, and we will be back. Okay. Hi. So we listened to Ascensionism.
AKA Leona's favorite song.
I was gonna say
One of your favorite songs.
say my favorite, but it really is like between Ascensionism, The Apparition, and then Take Me Back to Eden. This one I love for its own right. So like, if you're listening, you've ever listened to this, like, you know how fucking crazy it is and what like a roller coaster it is to listen to this, because this is like, with the exception of Granite, I feel like this track really brings in the like very distinctive, this is R&B and metal, like it's
it's
blend.
definitely like mixing the two genres.
Right. And I had told you before when we were going over this that like it's a super modernized version of nu metal, in the way that nu metal came out and they were combining rap with like the crazy screamy shit that they would do at the time, and everyone was like, fuck you, that's not metal, but really like it is,
right,
in its own right. It is. And I feel like what we're seeing a lot with this entire album, and really this band like in and of itself, is that they are just kind of bringing back that vibe, but with a new sound to it.
I can see that.
It's a lot more like melodic and jazzy.
Yes, and I think that's definitely like what like Sleep Token is as like a band themselves.
Yeah.
Like this is definitely like one of their songs that like if you were to go to someone who has never heard of Sleep Token before, like show them this song, this is who they are. This is who they are as an artist, and definitely brings a different tone to metal and like nu metal and all that.
Yeah, and it starts, and it really does show like every little bit of each of their facets. Like it starts out with the melodic, like just like a really like slow song, just like Vessel singing, whatever, and then it goes into the R&B rap-esque vibes, and then it ends with like, it's heavy. It ends heavy as fuck with the screaming, the super like chugga bass and guitar. So you really do get like a little bit of each, which I think is cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, those are my thoughts. I have a lot more, but I don't want to nerd out on this one song for like 45 years. So yeah,
I'm sure our 5 listeners would love that.
Yeah. Hannah, you're gonna love this one. So yeah, I believe we're gonna split this up into a 2-parter
Yes.
because we have many more thoughts.
Yes, and when we were looking at the rest of the album, we had realized that what was it, Take Me Back to Eden?
Yeah.
That one's like a super long song.
8
so
minutes and 22 seconds. I'll never forget it.
yeah, so we just want to make sure that like we have the time and we're not just boring y'all.
Bullshitting you through each song. This one's good. This one sucks. This one's okay.
Yeah, so we're stopping here at Ascensionism halfway through, and we promise to pick up not in a month. Hopefully, knock on wood.
We'll probably see you guys next week. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we've got our ducks in a row
Yeah.
somewhat.
Sure. But yeah, so that was the first half of Take Me Back to Eden. Go ahead and listen if you haven't already, and then we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.